JRPGs and RPGs are bringing plenty of new details in 2026, from gameplay updates and story reveals to fresh release information. Let's look at the latest news surrounding these highly anticipated titles. Brigandine is a tactical strategy RPG where you choose one of 6 nations and battle the revived Abysloa Empire across the continent of Meltidia. Story mode offers 6 different stories, each with its own characters, events, and battles, while mission mode lets you select from 24 nations with unique objectives and playstyles. Battles take place on a hexagonal grid, with 5 elemental types affecting attack damage and accuracy. In a new series of producer letters, Masaru Saito has shared more about the game's development and features, including how he created and pitched the project. He also highlighted Largo, a hot-headed young hero who tries to rescue a stolen dragon. Brigandine is scheduled to release on August 26, 2026. DragonSword Awakening is an anime-style open-world RPG set across the continent of Orbis, where young Lute joins a group of mercenaries and searches for the legendary heroes who once stopped a devastating dragon. Combat features 19 heroes, status ailments, skill combinations, and fast tag team switching, while the world includes dungeons, cooking, familiars, and quests. Following an 8-hour all-day live broadcast, the developers released answers to 408 community questions. They confirmed that new story content and raid bosses are targeted for the second half of next year, while weekly patches will focus on bug fixes, balance changes, and quality of life improvements. They also plan several PC content updates before the console version, with additional heroes, familiars, endgame content, and world expansions being considered. Stupid Never Dies is a fast-paced 3D action RPG where Davy, the weakest zombie imaginable, battles through a dangerous dungeon to revive Julia, a college student who died during the Great War. He can devour powerful monsters, steal their abilities, transform into different styles, and replace body parts with overtech gear to create different builds. His Davy Burst ability can also temporarily boost his powers and reshape reality. The game recently revealed that its opening and ending themes are now available worldwide on major music platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music. The opening song, Stupid Never Dies, is performed by Davy and Julia, while Davy performs Restless, Reckless, Never Die, Fearless for the ending. Both songs began streaming on August 4, 2026. Kyoto Xanadu, The Blooming Phantom, is a modern-day JRPG set in Kyoto where Rei Kamiya and his companions enter the otherworldly Xanadu to battle monsters. Its combat combines 2D side-scrolling sections with 3D battles, while soul devices and guardian cards let players unlock skills and strengthen their abilities. Outside combat, players attend classes at Hirosaka Academy, build friendships, complete side quests, and explore Kyoto City. The game recently received version 1.04 on August 13, adding a new nightmare difficulty for players who have cleared the game, along with an option to skip lesson results and an auto-deal feature for lesson cards in New Game Plus. The update also added Soul Excel BGM settings and fixed crashes, errors, and other minor issues. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive is an action RPG based on the Solo Leveling webtoon, letting players guide Sung Jin Woo from an E-rank hunter toward becoming the Monarch of Shadows. Combat features weapon switching, skill combos, extreme evasion, perfect parries, an 8-branch job advancement system, and Monarch Awakening. Players can also take on 4-player co-op raids as Jin Woo or other hunters and craft weapons from materials collected in combat. The latest patch mainly focused on bug fixes, addressing issues affecting hunters including Tawada Kanai, Emma Laurent, Cha Hae-in, and Lee Bora, while also fixing problems with Sung Jin Woo's weapons, pets, costumes, UI, localization, sound effects, and account slots. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is a turn-based tactical RPG built around the heroic games, where Kai, Dietrich, Theodora, and Leda compete in Dagshan while a larger conflict gradually emerges. Battles use grid-based maps with combat arts, class systems, certification exams, and the new Blaze arts, while the expanded world includes dozens of locations, interactive environments, exploration, recruitment, and social activities. The game is exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 and launches on September 17, 2026. Recent previews highlight substantially larger environments, near-instant loading in docked mode, and more complex battlefields, suggesting the original Switch hardware would have required major compromises. The latest Japanese trailer has also sparked speculation about a possible time skip, Tales of Eternia Remastered is a classic action RPG returning with its first remastered edition, taking players across Inferia and Celestia as Reed, Farah, and Merity uncover the threat of the Great Fall. Its fast-paced 2D combat uses the aggressive linear motion battle system for arte attacks, combos, and party coordination, while new quality of life options add destination markers, encounter disabling, and faster auto battle. The remaster also includes visual and sound options for recreating the original atmosphere. The deluxe edition adds a digital art book, 109-track soundtrack, battle BGM pack, and growth support items. The game will be available on October 16, 2026. Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2 are getting new Nintendo Switch 2 versions with better visuals and performance. Both RPGs will launch in the West on October 1, 2026, with improved resolution and smoother gameplay, while the HD 2D art will remain a major part of their presentation. However, players who already own the original Switch versions will not get an upgrade option, and their save data cannot be moved to the Switch 2 editions. The physical versions are also planned to use game key cards. Edge of Memories is a single-player action RPG about Eline, a young soul whisperer fighting a deadly plague called the Corrosion across the continent of Avaris. The Corrosion turns humans, animals, and plants into grotesque creatures, while Eline discovers she can control the plague inside her own body. Combat uses real-time attacks, fast combos, dodging, companion abilities, and powerful transformations. Eline can fight alongside Joris and Kanta, combining their attacks during battles. The game was delayed from its original fall 2025 window and is now targeting 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Its demo showed deeper combat options, including dodge canceling, jump canceling, and berserker mode, but also revealed frame rate drops, texture problems, visual inconsistencies, and companion mechanics that still need more work. Trails in the Sky Second Chapter is a story-driven JRPG that continues Estelle and Joshua Bright's adventure in the Kingdom of Liberal. Estelle sets out to find Joshua after his disappearance while uncovering conspiracies that threaten the kingdom. A new promotional trailer highlights the story, battles, political conflict, and secret societies. The game also adds new crafts, S-crafts, and the Brave Rush system, which lets characters link attacks during quick battles. Players can carry clear data from the first chapter to receive bonus items. More side activities including fishing, poker, and cooking with companions are also included, along with new playable characters. Trails in the Sky Second Chapter launches on September 17, 2026 for PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC via Steam. Metaphor ReFantazio is a fantasy JRPG with turn-based combat, real-time actions, and a large adventure filled with battles, exploration, and character abilities. A playable Nintendo Switch 2 demo was recently tested at Anime Expo, giving an early look at the port. The demo only ran in docked mode and targeted 60 frames per second, but frame rate drops were noticeable, especially in dungeons. The biggest problem was image quality, with temporal upscaling causing pixelation, breakup, and ghosting during movement. DLSS was not available in the demo, which could potentially improve the visuals. Controls felt good and loading times were quick, although slower than other versions. The final version could still improve before launching on November 12, 2026, with better performance and clearer visuals expected. Castlevania Belmont's Curse is a 2D action exploration game set in 1499 Paris, where Rose Belmont battles monsters while dealing with a curse connected to her past. A new hands-on report gives more details about its combat, exploration, and progression. The game avoids roguelite features like permadeath and random levels, instead using a large connected map with secret walls and areas unlocked through new abilities. Rose can wall jump, swing with the Arcana Whip, dodge attacks, and use spells in fast combat. She can also use 7 weapon types and equip up to 3 relics. Defeated bosses become Arcana cards that unlock new spells and abilities. Castlevania Belmont's Curse launches on October 15, 2026 for PS5. Final Fantasy Resonance is a turn-based RPG that brings classic Final Fantasy ideas into an HD 2D world, combining pixel art characters with detailed 3D environments and familiar elements like crystals, airships, Moogles, and espers. A new trailer reveals that the main story will take around 30 to 40 hours, while completing most of the content can take 60 to 80 hours. Players can collect 26 visions based on legendary heroes, strengthen their bonds to unlock new abilities, and summon espers such as Ifrit, Shiva, Titan, and Odin during battles. The world also includes towns, fast travel, weapon crafting with adamantite, tablet shards, and minigames like Mog, Tag, and Jump Rope. Players can choose between casual, normal, and expert difficulty, while the Colosseum and 12 legendary arms offer extra challenges. It launches on October 22, 2026. Lost Hellden is an action JRPG set in the world of Era, where people are bound to one of the 7 deadly sins. The story follows twins Seifel and Late after a failed ritual leaves them with very different fates. Players can control 8 playable characters, customize them through 21 jobs, skill trees, and equipment, and use a unique battle system that mixes real-time action with turn-based decisions. The world uses a hand-painted 3D style combined with deep 2D artwork, with changing weather affecting battles, locations, and NPCs. Players can also discover hidden items, collectibles, and enemies while taking part in the Hexagon card game. The story will have full Japanese and English voice acting, with music by Hitoshi Sakimoto. Lost Hellden is planned for release in 2026. Bloodstained. The Scarlet Engagement is a 2.5D action RPG set in 16th century England, where a mysterious castle ruled by demon lord Elias sends demonic forces across the kingdom. The story follows Leonard Brandon, a fighter from the church's Black Wolves, and Alexander Keitler, a knight from the kingdom's White Stags and the only survivor of a failed expedition. A major new feature is the buddy system, allowing players to control Leo and Alex at the same time during combat, traps, and exploration. The game also features Bloodstained's largest map yet, with a full day and night cycle that changes how the world looks and works. Players can use new combat abilities, customize their characters, craft equipment, cook, and complete side quests. It is planned for release in 2026. Another Eden Begins is a time-traveling RPG built around strategic command battles, where party roles, character synergies, and the Another Force system are key to overcoming enemies. The story begins when Aldo's sister Fine is kidnapped by the Beast King, sending Aldo through a space-time rift into a world 800 years in the future. The adventure spans the past, present, and future, with 18 companions offering character, encounter, and kinship quests. After completing the main story, New Game Plus lets players carry their strengthened characters into a new adventure with more than 10 possible endings shaped by their actions and choices. The game features full voice acting, music by Yasunori Mitsuda and Procyon Studios, and a story created by Masato Kato. It launches on September 16, 2026. The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure bring the Crossbell arc to modern platforms with tactical turn-based combat and a story centered on Lloyd Bannings and the Special Support section. Set in Crossbell State between the Erebonian Empire and Calvard, the two adventures deal with crime, corruption, political pressure, and the struggle to protect the city's independence. The Triple S handles investigations and local problems while gradually becoming involved in much larger conflicts. The remastered versions add high-speed travel, updated visuals, improved team attacks, and support for up to 4K resolution at 120 frames per second. Players can also transfer clear data from Trails from Zero into Trails to Azure to unlock additional dialogue and special events. Both titles launch on September 10, 2026,